Have you ever stopped to wonder why the very first known human civilization, the one that built the foundation for everything we know today, barely gets mentioned in school? It's almost as if history books skip over them, giving only a few words before moving on. Yet these people, who lived over 6,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, invented systems and ideas that still shape our daily lives. Who were they? They were the Sumerians, and their story will blow your mind. Imagine a world without calendars, clocks, or even written words. Hard to picture, right? The Sumerians gave us all of that and more. They were the first to divide time the way we know it today. 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, all thanks to their base 60 counting system. Even our geometry, with its 360 degrees, comes from their genius. These weren't simple farmers. They were mathematical pioneers who laid the groundwork for science and technology. But their brilliance didn't stop with math. The Sumerians created the first known writing system, cuneiform. This wasn't just random marks on clay. It was a sophisticated script used to track trade, record laws, and preserve epic stories. Writing changed everything. It allowed governments to form, contracts to exist, and knowledge to endure for millennia. The earliest schools? They trained scribes to master this skill, shaping an elite class of literate record keepers. Even today, thousands of these clay tablets survive, stored in museums around the world, many still untranslated. They hold secrets of astronomy, economics, and even myths older than the Bible. The Sumerians weren't just inventors, they were visionaries. They gave us the wheel, complex irrigation systems, and the first sewer networks. They even engineered canals to feed crops and sustain growing cities, a level of planning that rivals modern infrastructure. Their innovations went beyond survival. They mastered culture and leisure too. The Sumerians brewed beer with over 500 recorded recipes, created jewelry, and introduced cosmetics. They loved music, playing harps, flutes, and drums, and even documented competitive sports like wrestling. They also built sailboats, opening trade routes that reached South Asia thousands of years before the Silk Road. This wasn't a primitive society. It was a thriving, interconnected world. But here's where it gets mysterious. One tablet, known as the Solar System Tablet, seems to depict planets orbiting the Sun, something science didn't officially confirm until 5,000 years later. How could they know that without telescopes? Were these symbols or something more? And then there's the Epic of Gilgamesh, their flood story, eerily similar to the biblical account of Noah. Why do over 500 cultures worldwide share this same myth of a great flood? Coincidence or a shared memory? The Sumerians themselves claimed they didn't invent this knowledge. They said it was given to them by beings called the Anunnaki, meaning those who came from the heavens. Was this poetic language, religious metaphor, or something far stranger? This claim fueled the ancient astronaut theory, which suggests that advanced beings may have influenced early human civilizations. While controversial, it leaves us asking, how did Sumerians know things far beyond their time? Take their understanding of astronomy. They seemed aware of the precession of the equinoxes, a 26,000-year cycle caused by Earth's axial wobble, knowledge requiring observations spanning millennia. How could a society with short lifespans and no modern instruments track such vast cosmic rhythms? And yet, their star charts and counting systems suggest they did. This wasn't guesswork. It was advanced observation and recording, long before the Greeks or Mayans even existed. So why don't schools teach this? Most history books devote only a sentence or two to the Sumerians, often just mentioning the wheel. but their impact on religion, science, law, and daily life was monumental. Some say ideological filters shaped what history we learn. For instance, the biblical story of Moses mirrors the tale of Sargon of Akkad, a Sumerian king born 1,000 years earlier. Are these coincidences, or evidence that many biblical stories have older roots? Today, more than 30,000 Sumerian tablets sit in archives, most untranslated or never even photographed. These are not mere relics. They are time capsules of knowledge, science, art, and culture, waiting to reshape our understanding of the past. Next time someone calls ancient people primitive, remember the Sumerians. They gave us time, writing, laws, trade, and even beer.